Hey everybody, how you doing? It's just the average preppers. It has preppers with an S because there's two of us. We've realized there's a lot of videos out there, there's a lot of information on the internet that you can find for long-term food storage, prepping, whatever it may be. So we're here today to talk about oats and lessons learned. So as you can see, the first thing that is an absolute must, oxygen absorbers are necessary. As you can see with this right here, we purchased the oxygen absorbers. They have the all-seeing, Illuminati eye, the oxygen indicator. The Illuminati was just a joke, but be very cautious because the oxy eye was only for the bag, not each one like we thought. So it was a lesson learned. As you can see right here, each of these do not have the oxy eye. It's only for the bag. But there are ones with indicators on each packet that we plan on purchasing next. So it was a lesson learned. Not that this was a bad purchase, but it just makes us smarter as we pursue the long-term food storage. What we also learned is once you open up this bag that's right here, you could use a knife, you could use scissors to open it up, but once you open up this bag right here, the lifespan of these oxygen absorbers is very, very, very short and very quick. So through research we realized that it's best to open it up and to put the oxygen absorbers in some type of mason jar. Something that you can get a good seal with right here. Another lesson that we quickly learned, because we didn't want to reduce the lifespan of these oxygen absorbers as we kept opening up this lid and closing it, was don't accidentally grab the oxy eye instead. I won't tell you how we know that, but put it this way, the Mylar bags didn't seal as good as we wanted to. So as you can see, we put our oats by ounces in a red container, and then we went ahead and we put them in Mylar bags. And at this time I'm going to turn it over to my most amazing girlfriend, the other individual that's in Just the Average Preppers, number one, and let her talk about what to do next.
So last night we did some pasta and we were pretty successful on using the oxygen absorbers in Mylar bags and pasta. So today we're going to do some oatmeal. And on the one tip I would suggest is before you get the ingredients into the bag, write on your bag what's in it, how many ounces that you have in it. We took the steps of writing the original expiration date, the date we sealed them on, and then the long-term expiration, because by putting the oats in, or anything, in a Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber, through research we've learned it'll extend the shelf life from about 20 to 30 years. So we put the long-term expiration on here, adding 20 years to the original expiration date. And then also we indicated on the bag that we have the oxygen absorbers in here as well. One other step that we took, and this is upside down because we haven't sealed the bag yet, was to cut the nutritional information and the servings and preparation off of the original container and just tape it on the back of the Mylar bag so you don't lose that information when you go to use it, 5 years down the road when zombies are attacking everybody. So that's what we did before we put the oats in the bag. So that way, it's flat, it's easy to write on, and then all you have to do is put your items in the bag and seal it up. So an easy method of sealing these Mylar bags, which we have discovered, was using a flat iron, a hair straightening iron. So the hair straightening iron, I can tell you, last night when we sealed these pasta bags, we used a clothing iron, and it worked. As you can see, it worked, but it was kind of more of a pain in the butt than what we've experienced by using a flat iron. So we're going to keep using the method of the flat iron to seal up the Mylar bags. And this little heat thing is just to protect it from burning anything while we are getting ready. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the oxygen absorbers very quickly, get it ready to seal up. But before we pull the lid off, we're going to seal up part of the bag, so that way there's not so much to seal up once the oxygen absorber gets in there. So I'm just going to take the flat iron and start sealing up part of the bag, leaving enough space to stuff an oxygen absorber in there. And then through this little hole that we've left, we'll go ahead and take the seal off of the jar that's holding the oxygen absorbers. Stuff one in here really fast, and it really helps having two people, because while I'm fiddling with this, my wonderful, awesome boyfriend can sit there and seal back up the jar. And now we have a completely sealed bag of oats with the oxygen absorber inside and ready for long-term storage. So another thing that I do usually once we get everything in there is just kind of pat it down, sort of get all the ingredients even in the bag. It definitely helps with storage. Once all the air gets sucked out, you really can't move stuff around in these bags. So if you move it around first while there's still room, then you'll have a lot more success in being able to store things flat and stack it on top of each other. So that is our experience with oats, and you know, some lessons learned with the oxygen absorbers and the Oxy eyes by accidentally putting them in a bag. Look forward to the next videos, and we'll just share our experience, because we are learning like everybody else had to learn at some point, and it's never too late to start getting prepared for earthquakes, you know, tsunamis, any kind of natural disaster, zombies, you know, the government decides to shut down, or, you know, for whatever reason we're heading to a new civil war, revolution, because, you know, I think everybody knows.
With that being said, before we move on to our next project, there's an argument that could be made is, do you add one or do you add two Oxy absorbers to a Mylar bag, depending on the size, depending on the product. And the research that we have found, it says for rice and oats that it's only necessary to add one
300cc oxygen absorber.
To what size of bag was that, baby?
This is a 1 gallon bag. However, we did use 2 oxygen absorbers even in these quart bags when we did the pasta last night, because pasta takes up so much space in a bag and there's so much air left when you're trying to seal up pasta. So we just really wanted to make sure all the air was gone. So we did use 2 300cc oxygen absorbers in each bag of pasta that we did last night.
And again, we're just the average preppers, and there's people out there that could agree and disagree with us about our experiences, our lessons learned. We're just trying to provide you the application of our knowledge, because that could be very powerful, and we want everybody to be able to take care of themselves given any type of disaster, any type of emergency, whatever it may be. We just want the average individual out there to take care of themselves.
And if you have any tips for us, they are greatly appreciated. Please leave them in your comments.
So we're going to close it on this note. Make sure you watch The Average Preppers. That's 2 of us, Preppers with an S. And our next session is going to be covering sugar and the long-term storage of sugar. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.